Hey everybody, it's Liz. Hey, it is Thursday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So here I am in my kitchen. I just realized I didn't get out my lights. I mean, must be what it's like to cook dinner for people every night, which of course I've never done. Like I only finished work a little while ago, and now I had to be on with you. So hang on, let me see if I can. I don't even know where I put. Okay, I think it's too late. I think we're just going to have to go with the nice natural lighting over here. That's what we'll do. Nice natural lighting. So here we go. Okay. So welcome back. See, I'm calming down now because we're live. Welcome back. And there are already 21 of you here. That's so exciting. Well, in case you just landed here by accident, this is Satellite Sisters Presents Cooking with Liz 2022 Flourish. That's my theme for the year, just as a person, because 2021 was languish. So 2022, we're going for Flourish. And I thought it would also be a good name for the whole season of Cooking with Liz, wherever that takes me. So this is me. I am Satellite Sister Liz Dolan, and my sous chef, Hooper Dolan. Hang on. He's right over here right now. Maybe you can see him. There he is. Hey, Hoop, say hello. Say hello to the people. He hasn't really gotten going on his tasks yet. So one of the many reasons we have fallen behind. So, hey, everybody. Oh, it's so nice when I see people all logged in. Okay, and so what are we doing? What are we doing tonight? Remember? Remember, I got this nice cookbook from the people at Betty Crocker because it's Betty's 100th birthday. And so I decided to pick out one savory and one sweet recipe to make for you. And then you're all going to write in to what you think I should make. I'm going to make another savory and another sweet that comes in from listeners/viewers. And then in between, I'm going to make biscotti. I'll explain that. But so tonight's dish, let me just hold up the actual credits. Tonight's dish is the episode 2, Impossibly Easy Cheeseburger Pie. Hashtag call me Betty Crocker. Okay, Impossibly Easy Cheeseburger Pie. I just want to say, Betty people, I think I'll be the judge of that. I know you want it to be impossibly easy, but we're going to find out. Hooper, people are saying hello. Kathy says you look ready to roll. Yeah, I was running a little late today, Kathy, because I finished work. Then I realized he'd been staring at me all day. We hadn't been out for a walk since the morning, so I had to take him out for a walk, which I do very poorly because of the leg isn't 100% yet. So super slow walk. We get back, boom, and I got to be here with you. Anyway, let's just enjoy impossibly easy cheeseburger pie. You know, one of my rules is read the whole recipe all the way through. So what I loved about reading this one, it was a pretty quick read. I think that's the sign that it's impossibly easy. So it's ground beef, medium onion, salt, shredded cheddar cheese, milk, 2 eggs, and then half cup original Bisquick mix. Okay, so for those of you who are in the Satellite Sisters Facebook group, or actually for those of you who are not, I will confess that yesterday I posted a question in the Facebook group. What is Bisquick? Is Bisquick just a fancy name for flour, or is it something else? And so I appreciate all of you that chimed in like, no, it's something else. It's flour and more. So anyway, I got it. Look at this. That's what this is. So I got it. And we're about to see how this works for me. Is it impossibly easy? I don't know. So here are the steps in the recipe. Super duper easy. Okay, so heat the oven. Okay, step one. Step one, I have already forgotten to do. Okay, there we go. Heat the oven. That's what we're doing now. Heat the oven to 400 and spray a 9-inch glass pie plate with cooking spray. Okay, here we go. Guess what I did not own? Yeah, you're right. A 9-inch pie plate. So guess who I got on the blower? Well, you know I would always first stop is Crate and Barrel. Out of stock. I was out of stock. So this is just, then you're just Googling around for Pyrex, right? So that's what I got it delivered. This arrived like 3 hours ago. Don't worry, I washed it. So here's the pie plate. So we got that going. I'm going to put this over here. And let's see. So we did the first 2 steps. In a 10-inch skillet, cook the beef and onion over medium heat 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. So I got that started right before I started with you. So now this is the tricky part. For those of you who are not Cooking with Liz regulars, I cook and I'm the camera operator, which is not really a camera, it's a laptop. So sometimes changing camera positions can be precarious. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, that went surprisingly well. So there we go. Now we have a camera position. I'm going to tip it down a little bit more. So right before you got here, I started with the browning of the meat and the onions because, I'm trying to get this all done in one episode, and it said 10 minutes, so you can see that there. I know people like to watch my knife skills because they are not good, but I do want to reassure you, I know what you're thinking. Did she use the good knife or did she use the prop knife? Nope, I used the good knife. So there we go. And I set the timer for 10 minutes. It says I only have 2 minutes left, but that does not seem right. I must have the heat on too low. Okay, so this needs to just cook a little bit more. And then I have to drain this. So I've got this at the ready. Then at some point, the cheese gets introduced. So I just want you to pay special attention to the cheese for 2 reasons. Number one is, I'm not going to buy already shredded cheese. That's just not, Hooper disappeared. I was going to say, that's not how we roll, is it, Hooper? But he left. Anyway, so I got the good, I lived in Oregon for many years. I love Oregon. So I got the good Tillamook medium cheddar. That's going to be delicious. And then I shredded it. And last season on Cooking with Liz, I realized I don't own a shredder of any kind. I had some, I was about to call it cheesy, but that's not the right word. I had this, right? It's not going to get you too far on a block of Tillamook. So actually a couple months ago, right before Christmas, when I was, the meat is allegedly done, but I think that's not true. So I'm going to give myself 2 more minutes. So look at this bad boy. Yep, look at this. You know where I got this. Oh yeah, Crate and Barrel did have this in stock. But here's the thing. When you're buying things online, have you had this problem? I've had this problem a lot. I got like the supersized version. Isn't this the biggest shredder you ever saw in your life? Like this arrived, I was like, I didn't even know they made cheese shredders this big. And then I went back and I looked at the online listing, and yeah, that's the one I ordered. I have, in addition to reading the recipes, I must read the product descriptions. Anyway, so I have a giant shredder, and so it was super easy to use that and shred the cheddar. Doesn't that look good? Yeah. Okay. It's a good shredder. Thank you. Okay. So now I'm going to do this. This is getting a little better. And maybe I'll give you a close-up of that. Okay. But don't look too closely because I don't want you to see that my onions are not all the same size, the chopping. It was, again, this must be what it's like to be Betty Crocker. You get home from work and you have to make something impossibly easy. And so you just start hacking away with your good knife at an onion. So, okay. So, whoa. Ooh, okay. So now that does look about done. Okay. Wow. All right. So now I'm going to turn this off. Going to drain it in here. So this is going into the sink. Gotta remember I bought these last year too. from, yeah. Again, they are not a sponsor. I don't know what to tell you people. Okay, so I'm gonna drain this using, oh yeah, the Betty. Using the Betty. So you won't be able to see this very well because I'm over here in the sink. But take my word for it. I'm carefully putting this in, draining that. Looks like that cooked up pretty nicely. Okay. Okay, then I believe I put it back in the same pan. I guess that's part of what makes it impossibly easy. Drain, stir in salt, spread in, oh wait, cook beef over medium heat, stirring occasionally until beef is brown. Drain, stir in salt, spread in pie plate. Okay, wait, I'm gonna put it back in here to stir in the salt. That seems, I don't know, am I making extra work for myself? So, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put this back in here for the salting. I suppose I could have done that in the strainer, but I didn't. Okay, then salt, half a teaspoon. Remember, I've got these now. I'm trying to move more quickly, but you know, when you're measuring. Okay, half a teaspoon. Okay, we got that in there. We got that in there. Okay, now I'm going to move this over here so you can see this. And I didn't put the spray in there yet, did I? Hold on. Reaching behind you. Here we go. Okay, that's better. Put some light. Put the light on the stove. Okay, so I'm putting this on the Pyrex. Well, that's certainly easy. Then, okay, I put the salt in here, mixing that all together, putting that in the pie plate. Am I doing this right so far? I think a lot of you have made this and eaten this many times. Here we go. I want to make sure I get all of the onions because that's what I love. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. So there you go. So that's the beef and the onions in the pie plate. Now is the part that all of you keep calling the magic, and that is the Bisquick. So hold on. So now, so this I did before you got here, just a couple of eggs. In a small bowl, well, sorry, I'm using a big bowl. Stir the remaining ingredients with fork or wire whisk. So the remaining ingredients is half a cup of Bisquick, a cup of milk, and 2 eggs. Okay. So I measured out the cup of milk already before you got here. I did not measure the Bisquick yet because I wanted you to see this because how much is this? Half a cup. Half a cup. I'm using actual like the right utensil. I used to just do even the dry stuff in here, and you corrected me so many times. Look, only 2 years of pandemic time, and I have finally learned to use this. So here's what I'm gonna do. So we got, okay, can I just put this in? No, can't really just put that in there. I guess I have to. Okay. All right. Here you go, right? So that is, you can see it says 1/2. That's helpful to me. So at 1/2 cup Bisquick, that goes in. Milk, eggs. Okay, I'm putting that in. And then, I gotta say, whisking is one of my favorite things. One of my few favorite things about cooking. Though I do enjoy the whole process a lot more than I did before the current unpleasantness. So I'm whisking this. Okay. You know what? This is a good reminder. Remember what I learned during Tuchitober, right? No clumping. Then we were talking about polenta, but here you can see how this could clump pretty easily if you let it. Okay. All right. How am I doing? No clumping thing just fell down. Okay. I'm trying to read some of your notes too. Dry measure, very on brand. Okay. That's what it's called, right? Dry measure. Thank you, Nancy. Okay. Okay. Here you go. So now, hang on. I'm going to do that a little bit more. Still looks a little clumpy. And pour into the pie plate. So this is what everyone says is the magic. So I pour this in. You can see it fills in all the gaps. Oh, wait, was I supposed to put the cheese in there? String in. Okay. When does the cheese go in? I was supposed to put the cheese in with the Bisquick. Okay. God. Okay, well, the cheese is going to be a topping because I just believe in that. Oh my God, that's what they meant by four. I'm just going to whisk it a little bit. Okay, all right. All right, don't mind this. There we go. It's still going to be very cheesy. Damn it. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to smush the cheese in there. It's still going to be good, I promise you. Impossibly easy. Yeah, if you follow the instructions. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. I think I made up for my mistake. I think that's going to be fine. And then this I'm going to put on top when it comes out. Because that's, okay. Just sprinkle the cheese in. Thank you, Dory. Thank you. Good recovery. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. All right, so here's what we have here. This is what this looks like. Okay. That's what that looks like. Oh, look who's over here. See, now that there's cheese falling on the floor, look who's here. Hey, Hoop. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's looking for some cheese there on the floor. So anyway, so here's a close-up of the impossibly easy cheeseburger pie. I guess impossible is the key word in my case. So here we go. All right. Cooking is more forgiving than baking. That is true. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in, but then I have a surprise for you. So and I have a question for you. Whoops. Just have to move some furniture here. Okay, so this is going in. Okay, so that is going in. And should it go on a baking sheet, Kathy? I don't know, too late. I'm going to set this for 25 minutes. But we don't have 25 minutes to spend standing here waiting, right? Oh, look, the lights came on. So guess what I did? You know what I did. Last night, I made a test batch. I just thought I'll go through this once, see what, the obvious mistakes would be. Of course, I missed the most obvious mistake, putting the cheese in this cheesy pie. So now I'm going to show you. People seem concerned about the lack of you know what? I'll fix that after we're done. I'll go in and I'll put something underneath it. But so last night I made a test batch, and I'm going to show it to you, and we can discuss where there would be room for improvement. So hang on, let me go over here. Okay, so here is the one. You know what? Hang on, even 1 second more. It's been a long day. I think I'm gonna sit down for this part of the discussion. Okay, here we go. Um, okay, so here I made it. I think it looks actually pretty good. But when I compare it to the photo in Betty's book, mine did not puff up quite as much as it's supposed to. And that's why I was thinking maybe I didn't whisk it enough, that I should have, beaten it more and gotten more in there. So this is so I had this is what I had for lunch. So I cooked it, heated it up today, um, and I got to say, super tasty, really, really tasty. Yeah, it's cheeseburger pie. You really can't go wrong with cheeseburger pie. But several of you had put in the comments that it probably needs to be like kicked up a notch. And I thought that is true. So it was still good, but I think so. In my, you know what, I may put these on right now. So I decided I'm going to try to spice up the one I'm making now with some sliced pepperoncini on top. So here's a question for you. Should I put these on right now while it's cooking? Or do you think it's just better to add it at the end? I think I might put them on now. Hang on, people. Maybe I will take the pie out, remedy the baking sheet situation, add the pepperoncini, and we'll just start again as if none of this ever happened. So, hold on. Okay, so now, oh, and Hooper's back. Hooper is back. So, here we go. Okay, so baking sheet. So we're going to pull out, okay, I don't know. Everything's falling on the floor, isn't it, Hoop? That's why you're back. That's why you're back here. Can you see him there? You can see his tail. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to, hang on. I'm going to pull this out. So now it's on a baking sheet. Are you happy? I think you're right. And I'm just going to put a few of these on top because just the little kick. This was delicious, the one I had for lunch. Okay. So, hold on. How do you feel about this, people? Somebody had suggested jalapenos. Other people had other kind of peppers they used. Okay. I think it's better to cook them, right? Well, I'm about to find out. I will let you know on Tuesday's show how this turned out. But okay, so now we have the pie with the pepperoncini on it. Okay, so what do you think about that? I hope those of you who are good cooks approve of the last minute addition. I mean, it barely cooked in there. So, sorry. Okay. So now I'm putting this back. Give you another quick look at that before I put it back in the stove. And then I do have another question for you. Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. So that is back in the stove. I'm going to get back on the chair. Hooper's back on the floor. And I think I'm going to give myself a little more time here too, right? Because I took it out of the oven. So I'm going to add some time to the timer. Okay, that's exhausting. Oh, Casey says Worcestershire. You know what? I am an umami person all the way. Well, the next time I make it, that is a super good suggestion. Umami. Okay, but here's my problem. It's not a problem. No, it's a gift, really. It's a gift. So as you know, I mean, I live alone. And as Lian said to me in a text this afternoon, what are you going to do all by yourself with two huge cheeseburger pies? So, right, that's a lot of cheeseburger pie for a single girl. And I really tried not to give Hooper human food. I mean, the cheese, fine. So, Garden Poet, okay, that was going to be my question. Can I cheese? Can I cheese it? Can I freeze it? It looks like something that could be frozen. So question number one is, can I freeze it? Oh, so many of you. Tamara, Nancy, Melanie, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, slice it into portions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so clearly I can freeze it. Here's an alternate strategy. It is the big game, as they say on TV. I'm just going to call it the Super Bowl. Okay, sue me if you want, NFL. I'm going to say it. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. So it's the Super Bowl on Sunday afternoon, and it's right here in Los Angeles. You know, I can practically see SoFi Stadium from Santa Monica. And so I'm going to have a couple friends over. I was thinking cheeseburger pie is the perfect thing to serve, right? So here it is. It's Thursday night. Could I just keep it in the fridge till Sunday? You tell me. I really have no idea. Do I need to freeze it and then defrost it? Or could I just keep it in the fridge? So, and that's because that's a lot of cheeseburger pie. So Diane Gray, Satellite Sisters accountant and procurement director, says, yes, I can keep it in the fridge. Anyway, weigh in on that issue. I can do either. Yeah, I can do either. Now, what is Casey? The only thing I don't like about this YouTube setup is I can't let the comments of others. Yes, you can, Casey. There's a chat. You can read the chat stream. You should be able to. I think everyone else can. Can everyone see the whole chat stream? I can see everyone. So I'm assuming all of you can see that. So you should be able to open the chat in the top right-hand corner. I see it streaming by. And you can also... the chat also plays, if you replay this, the chat also plays with that. So, oh yeah, I want you to be enjoying each other. Anyway, so I would not be concerned to leave it refrigerated, from Family Robinson. Oh, you can't like the comments. I get it. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's just something we'll have to apply to YouTube about their defective product. I'm sure we can fix it. You can't do the like symbols. Okay, I get it now. Anyway, so maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll conduct a little science experiment, a little more food science here at Cooking with Liz. I'll put one of them in the freezer, and I'll put the other one in the fridge, and then I'll heat them both up on Sunday and see which one tastes better. I think the one with the pepperoncinis is just naturally going to taste better, but they're both delicious. Okay, so that's almost everything. One more announcement. Hold on. I hope you're listening to the podcast when it drops every week on Tuesday. Well, and you can listen whenever you want or wherever you want. But so every Tuesday is when we record it. So I made a point out of announcing on this Tuesday's show that instead of doing the sweet dish next week, I'm going to do the biscotti that Nancy has hounded me into doing. Now it's Sandy's biscotti. Hold on. Okay. Sandy. Oh, I had it all queued up here on my screen. Let's see. Groups, biscotti. So it's Sandy's biscotti, which Nancy has been hounding me to make. So, okay, I'm going to do it. And, see, here's the way Sandy presented it in the Satellite Sisters Facebook group. So if you're in the group, you can just search for biscotti and you'll see it. But even better is Lian is going to put the biscotti recipe in this week's edition of Pep Talk. So if you're not signed up for our newsletter, you should do that, because then you get all kinds of stuff. You get like all the recent episodes of everything. You get some recipes like this. And if you're not already signed up for that, if you just go to satellitesisters.com, it will pop up. The sign up box will pop up, and you just put your email in there. And I promise you, we don't sell your email. We don't do anything with it. It's really just a newsletter, nothing more. It's just us. Yeah. So thank you, Lian. Right. That's right, Carol. She does a great job every week with Pep Talk. And there are some surprising things in Pep Talk. Anyway, so one of the things this week is going to be so let me go back to where I was. So Sandy's biscotti is what I am going to make next week. Now, I forget who put this in the group. There was, one of my rules is read the recipe in advance. And somebody in the group obviously read the recipe and said, Liz, it calls for a serrated knife. Do you have a serrated knife? So, no, I do not. Thank you for pointing that out. The only knife I have that's serrated is more of like a bread knife, which I believe is a completely different instrument than what is being called for in this recipe. So there might be a purchase in my future, a serrated knife. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Look at this, it's 5:31 already. I try to get this all done in half an hour. So here, let me just look at more of your notes to see if there was anything that I missed. I'm so happy that so many people can come. And it's here all week on YouTube. And you can also send it to people after we're not live anymore. You can put new comments down in the other comments section. So the main thing to make sure you do is subscribe. And I love it when you comment, and I love it when you like it. So you can like it, Casey, like in the other, I don't know, the other chat thing, the comments after we're done going live. So, okay, we have 18 minutes. What happened to my ear? 18 minutes until the new pie comes out. That's the way I think of them now, is the test pie and the new pie. And so I'll tell you on Tuesday on the show all about the new pie, and I'll have the Super Bowl taste test on Sunday afternoon. By the way, it's going to be like 100 degrees in Los Angeles on Sunday. So what you really need is a nice hot cheeseburger pie. Anyway, you know the way I end every show. Well, first of all, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate the comments and the goodwill. There's a lot of goodwill here. So thank you. I'll see you back here next week. Make sure you listen to the podcast and enjoy. So peace and sauce.